What project did you choose for your first shoot, and why that one?
That all depends on what you consider the first shoot to be. Because technically, before really any of the production company storyline had been set in stone, Hunter and I made a little mini project quite a few times, actually, quite a few mini projects. But the very first one that we ever did was a little something that we made called Tactical Insurgency. And I wish I could find that footage because I would love to see how far we've come since then. But that was essentially just us trying to see if we could even make anything out of anything at all initially. But as far as since the idea of founding the production company has arisen, the very first shoot we've done since then has been the trailer for the Operators series. Chose that one because we're going forward to potentially try to make the series anyway. We might as well make this like our flagship founding series and roll with it from there.
What kind of location scouting did you have to do, and how did you land on your spots?
We knew that without getting permits and paperwork and all kinds of other stuff, we would be very limited to our filming locations. So we kind of just scouted each of the cast members, like family's property or some other locations that they either knew about, had filmed at before with no problems. We ended up using my sister's property to film the initial trailer just because it kind of fit the environment of where we needed the scenario to be for minimal effort, essentially, on our part. Like it fit enough to be usable, and we were able to use it with little to no areas of conflict, essentially.
How did you manage scheduling, especially if people had day jobs or school?
Scheduling was a monster to deal with, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody had day jobs. Some people had school and day jobs. Some people lived 2 hours away and had both of those things, and had prior obligations and commitments on top of all of those things. So it was really kind of like a pitch and catch type situation where I would be like, hey, are you available today? Well, not today. Or like, what are you doing the month of June? And send that out as a mass message to everyone involved and see what I got back. Based off of that, I would plan shooting days to see, if everyone was available on this day, I would set it up to try to be on this day. And finally, we found a day where everyone was available, everyone was in town, no one had prior commitments or obligations, and we were able to go through with filming on those days. But it did take quite a while, quite a few attempts, and that's just part of the process. It is what it is. We got through it, and we're gonna get through it again.
We're good for your death. All right, there it was.
Were there any last-minute emergencies or changes right before filming?
Last minute emergencies before filming, I forgot a couple of the prop weapons that we were using for sure. I think there was a few times, we were kind of scattered at the very beginning, I'm not gonna lie. But everybody, by the end of it, we were able to work through everything pretty fluently and get the job done, which is the most important part.
Were there any logistical hurdles you didn't anticipate, like getting people to the location, keeping the shoot on schedule, or managing gear on site?
Yeah, we all had a common meeting point that time. We all kind of got there a little bit different times. Like I said, the beginning of shooting was quite chaotic. It was, whether they had been in another film project or not before, everyone's first time working together with me, my first time doing much of anything as lead on a project of this scale. And so we had a few kinks to work out at the beginning, but gear management, luckily I had everything kind of compartmentalized between different totes from character to character, so that wasn't really much of an issue. Equipment, like putting equipment on everybody, that kind of took a little bit more time because I was bouncing back and forth between 6 different people on top of trying to manage my own gear and everything. But that wasn't really an issue. I mean, I knew and had personally wore each costume beforehand, so I knew how everything fit and where everything went. So I was able to help everybody there. Keeping filming on schedule was a bit of an obstacle. When you get all your friends together, it is very, very easy for someone or everyone to get off topic and off task very quickly. So there were some times when we had to, come back to the real reason why we were all kind of there that day. I mean, it was great to get together with all of our friends and everything, but after a certain point, we kind of had to dial it back in and get some work done, which that really wasn't an issue at all. Everyone that showed up knew that there was stuff that we needed to get done that day, so just as quickly as we got off topic and off task, we were able to get back on task, so that was a good thing, for sure.
What did your prep day, if you had one, look like?
The only kind of prep day that we really had was the cameraman / producer, Hunter, and myself went on location to do a bit of a storyboarding for the shoot. That way we weren't going into it completely blind as far as what was happening where and when. But unfortunately, the amount of time that passed between storyboarding day and filming day caused some growth in like the nature area. What? It's caused some growth of like the grass grew and stuff because we were in a field and by trees. So we did have to make some minor changes last second day of when we finally came back to film this particular trailer. But overall, I mean, our filming day went fairly similarly to the storyboarding / prep day that we did I think it was a few months beforehand even.
All Soul team, this is Soul 1-1. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update from us.